Hello students, welcome to the maths class. Today in this video I am going to explain chapter number 9, indeterminate forms of limits. In this video I will explain some questions of exercise 9a, and concept of this exercise is indeterminate forms and L'Hospital rule. This is not a new topic for you. You have studied this topic in class 11th. In class 11th, in the chapter of limit, one exercise was there based on L'Hospital rule. By using L'Hospital rule, you were finding limits of the given functions. So here also some difficult problems will come in which you will apply L'Hospital rule and you will find the limit. Yesterday in last video I said to you to take the revision, but in half yearly exam many chapters are there, so after completing this 9 chapter I will take revision. This is very small chapter, only 2 exercises are there, 9th A and 9th B. Today in this video I will complete 9th A, and in one more video I will complete exercise 9th B. After that I will take the revision of all the chapters of unit test first, UT first. So I will start to explain. First of all, I will explain indeterminate forms. What are indeterminate forms? In class 11th also I told you, if you are having fx equals, suppose x square minus 2 upon x minus 2, and if I say to you, you find its value at x equals x square minus 4, x square minus 4 upon x minus 2, at x equals to, you find its value. When you put x equals 2 in this function, then you will get 0 upon 0 form, 0 upon 0 form. So this 0 upon 0 form is an indeterminate form which can be determined, by using some particular method. That method I will tell you, but this is indeterminate form, you keep in the mind, 0 upon 0. So I want to say overall, if on direct putting the value of x, you are getting 0 upon 0 form, 0 upon 0 form, or infinity upon infinity form, or 0 into infinity form, or infinity minus infinity form, or 1 to the power infinity form, or 0 to the power 0 form, or 0 to the power infinity form, or infinity to the power 0 form. So these forms are indeterminate forms. These forms are indeterminate forms. These all forms are indeterminate forms. 0 upon 0, infinity upon infinity, 0 multiplied by infinity, infinity minus infinity, 1 to the power infinity, 0 to the power 0, 0 to the power infinity, or infinity to the power 0. These all are indeterminate forms. If such type of form on direct substitution you get, so it means that these are indeterminate forms, and to find the limit of such type of functions in which on direct substitution you are getting indeterminate form, we apply L'Hospital rule. One more time I am telling to you, if on direct substitution in some functions, on direct substitution you are getting indeterminate form, any one indeterminate form of these forms, then to find the limit of such functions we apply L'Hospital's rule. How to apply L'Hospital's rule? I told you in class 11th. One more time I will tell in class 12th, here also in this video. But first of all, you keep in the mind 0 upon 0, infinity upon infinity, these are indeterminate forms. One more thing I will tell you, very important thing. L'Hospital's rule will be applied when you get only these two, first two indeterminate forms. Means if on direct substitution, if you are getting 0 upon 0 or infinity upon infinity, then only you can apply L'Hospital's rule. If other indeterminate forms you are getting on direct substitution, the value of x, then first of all you will convert by simplifying the given function in indeterminate form of 0 upon 0 or infinity upon infinity. Understood? Okay, one more time I'm telling to you. If in place of 0 upon 0 or infinity upon infinity, out of these remaining 6 indeterminate forms, you are getting one form. So that form first you convert into 0 upon 0 form or infinity upon infinity form. Then you apply L'Hospital rule. Otherwise you cannot apply L'Hospital's rule. So, and then you find the limit. So I will take some questions. How to apply L'Hospital rule, I will tell you. Just before I took the function x square minus 4 upon x minus 2 and limit x tends to 2. Suppose you have to find this limit. On direct substitution, 0 upon 0 form is coming. You can see 4 minus 4 0, 2 minus 2 0. Then what will you do? You will differentiate numerator and denominator separately. You will differentiate numerator and denominator separately. So what will come? Limit x tends to 2, 2x, differentiation of x square 2x, and differentiation of 4 is 0. In denominator differentiation of x is 1, differentiation of 2 is 0. So you are getting 2x. When you are getting 2x, now you put limit 2 into 2 equals 4. 2 into 2 equals 4. So like this, numerator and denominator separately you have to differentiate. And you put the direct limit then. And if you are not getting 0 upon 0 form again, then direct limit you put and find the answer. Still you are getting 0 upon 0 form. After first differentiation, when you are putting limit, then again you are getting 0 upon 0 form. Then one more time numerator and denominator you differentiate separately. And after differentiation, again, then you put the limit. And this repetition, this repeated differentiation will be done when you don't get in numerator or in denominator other than 0 value. When you get other than 0 value, then you will stop the differentiation. Now I am taking some questions of exercise 9a so that this concept will be quite clear. So you can see, find by applying L'Hospital's rule the following limits. First question you can see, student, it is very easy exercise. Limit x tends to 2, x cubed minus 8 upon x square minus 4. When you put directly x equals 2, so 8 minus 8 upon 4 minus 4 you will get, that is 0 upon 0 form. So that's why I have written 0 upon 0 form. On direct substitution, 0 upon 0 form we are getting. So now differentiate numerator and denominator separately. So numerator differentiation 3x square, denominator differentiation 2x, you know very well. Now 1x will cancel and this 3 upon 2 before the limit you can take behind the limit. Limit x tends to 2x. Now you put direct value of x, then you are not getting 0. You are getting 2. 3 upon 2 multiplied by 2, 3. So this is the final answer. So like this, students, so easy method it is, L'Hospital rule. Fourth question you can see, at limit x tends to 0, e to the power sin x minus 1 upon x. Direct you put the value. So e to the power sin 0 and minus 1. E to the power sin 0 is 0. E to the power 0 minus 1. E to the power 0 is 1. 1 minus 1. 0 upon 0 form. In denominator x equals 0. So 0.0 form we are getting. So now numerator and denominator differentiate separately. So differentiation of numerator, differentiation of e to the power x is e to the power sin x. Differentiation is e to the power sin x, and differentiation of sin x is cos x. In denominator, differentiation of x is 1. Now after this you can put direct value of x, e to the power sin 0 multiplied by cos 0. So e to the power sin 0 means e to the power 0, cos 0 value is 1. E to the power 0 value is 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1. So final answer is 1. Now question number 9 you can see, limit x tends to 0, a to the power x minus b to the power x upon e to the power x minus 1. So direct substitution you make, 0.0 form you are getting. You can check yourself. A to the power 0 1 minus b to the power 0 1. 1 minus 1 0. In denominator also, e to the power 0 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. 0.0 form you are getting. So differentiate numerator and denominator separately. Now differentiation of a to the power x is a to the power x log a to the base e. Base e I have not written, because if you are not writing base, so it means that base is understood, that is e. Base is understood, that is e. So that's why I did not write base. So a to the power x differentiation, a to the power x log a minus b to the power x differentiation, b to the power x log b. In chapter differentiation you have studied this. E to the power x differentiation is only e to the power x. One differentiation is 0. Now you put the limit, a to the power 0 log a minus b to the power 0 log b upon e to the power 0. A to the power 0 1 multiplied by log a, b to the power 0 is also 1 multiplied by log b, e to the power 0 is also 1. So you are getting log a minus log b. Log a minus log b, by law of logarithm you can write log a upon b. This is the final answer. Now question number 13 you can see, if f1 equals 1, f dash 1 equals 2, find the limit x tends to 1, under root fx minus 1 upon under root x minus 1. So I have taken solution. On direct substitution, the value of x you are getting 0.0 form. Under root f1 is 1, under root 1 equals 1, 1 minus 1 0, in denominator 1 minus 1 0. So form is 0.0. So now you can differentiate numerator and denominator separately. Differentiation of under root fx is 1 upon 2 under root fx multiplied by f dash x. You know very well. Differentiation of denominator 1 upon 2 under root x, 2 is cancelled. You are getting limit x tends to 1, under root x f dash x upon under root fx. Now you can put direct value of x. So under root 1 f dash 1 upon under root f1. Under root 1 is 1, f dash 1 is given 2, under root f1 is 1, so under root 1. So 2 upon 1 equals 2. So by simplifying you are getting answer 2. So now repeated differentiation is not coming till now. Now one more question I am taking. Question number 17, limit x tends to 1. Here you keep in the mind, in the book it is given limit x tends to 0. So you make the correction in the book, it is limit x tends to 1 in 17 question. Limit x tends to 1, 1 minus x to the power minus 1 upon 3 upon 1 minus x to the power minus 2 upon 3. On direct substitution 0.0 form you are getting. So differentiate numerator and denominator separately. So you are getting on differentiating minus 1 upon 3 x to the power minus 4 upon 3. This is the rule, x to the power n differentiation n x to the power n minus 1. By using this we are getting in denominator minus 2 upon 3 x to the power minus 5 upon 3. 3 is cancelled with 3. So by simplifying 1 upon 2, behind the limit you take constant, it is x to the power 5 upon 3 upon x to the power 4 upon 3. X to the power 1 upon 3 you are getting. So 1 upon 2, now you put the limit, 1 to the power 1 upon 3 means 1. So 1 upon 2 multiplied by 1 equals 1 upon 2. This is the final answer. Now 21 question. Limit x tends to 0, e to the power x square minus cos x upon x square. So what you have to do in this? First of all, direct substitution you make, 0 upon 0 form you are getting. Now you can see, differentiate numerator and denominator separately. E to the power x square differentiation is e to the power x square and 2x. Differentiation of x square will come in multiplication, that is 2x, plus cos x differentiation is minus sin x, so that's why it has become plus sin x. Differentiation of x square in denominator, that is 2x. Now in this question you can see, if you put direct 0, then also you are getting 0 upon 0 form. That's why I have written here still 0 upon 0 form. So one more time, numerator and denominator you differentiate separately. So differentiation of denominator is 2 only. Differentiation of numerator of first term, differentiation of numerator you make, first term is e to the power x square into 2x. So uv you apply, e to the power x square same, differentiation of 2x is 2 into 1, plus 2x is same, e to the power x square differentiation is e to the power x square into 2x, plus differentiation of sin x is cos x. Now simplify, 2 e to the power x square common, inside the bracket 1 plus x square will remain, plus cos x upon 2. 2 is cancelled with 2, or direct substitution you can make. So you are getting 2 into e to the power 0 into 1 plus 0 plus cos 0 upon 2. 2 into 1 plus 1 upon 2, 3 upon 2. So this is the final answer. So this was the question in which you applied L'Hospital rule 2 times, means 2 times differentiation of numerator and denominator separately you did in this question. Now question number 24, a different type of question is coming. Limit x tends to 0, x cos x minus sin x upon x square sin x. First of all, in denominator you can see x square sin x is given. So if we differentiate separately numerator and denominator, means if we apply L'Hospital's rule, then differentiation of denominator will be very difficult. So for this, one limit you have studied in class 11, limit x tends to 0, x upon sin x or sin x upon x is equal to 1. You have studied this. So I will apply here this property. So you can see, I have made limit separately. Limit x tends to 0, x cos x minus sin x upon x cubed. In place of x square, I have made x cubed. It means that in denominator by x I multiplied. So in numerator also I will multiply by x. So you can see here, by x I have multiplied here. So limit x tends to 0, x upon sin x separately I have taken. You know, in class 11th I told you, you can separate the limit in multiplication, in division, in addition and in subtraction. So its value, limit x tends to 0, x upon sin x is 1. I have put here in second step. So limit x tends to 0, x cos x minus sin x upon x cubed multiplied by 1. So you are getting only limit x tends to 0, x cos x minus sin x upon x cubed. Now if you put direct substitution, then 0 upon 0 form is coming. Now you differentiate denominator and numerator separately. So you can see, when you differentiate, minus x same, cos x differentiation minus sin x. So minus x sin x, that's why I have written. Plus cos x same, differentiation of x is 1. Minus differentiation of sin x is cos x. Upon in denominator 3x square differentiation. Now you can see, simplify it, minus x sin x plus cos x minus sin x upon 3x square. Cos x cancelled, minus x sin x upon 3x square, 1x is cancelled. So you are getting minus 1 upon 3 I have taken before the limit. Limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x, and its value is 1, you know very well. Just before I told you. minus 1 upon 3 multiplied by 1, so you are getting minus 1 upon 3. So this is the final answer. Now last question 28 I am taking. Here what is the form? Limit x tends to 0, 1 upon x square minus cot x upon x. If you make direct substitution, then infinity minus infinity form is coming. How infinity minus infinity form? 1 upon x square, 1 upon 0. 1 upon 0 means infinity. Cot x, cot 0 upon 0. Cot 0 is infinity, upon 0 is infinity. Infinity upon 0 is infinity. So infinity minus infinity form you are getting. So this infinity minus infinity form, first of all you have to convert in 0 upon 0 or infinity upon infinity form. Then only you can apply L'Hospital rule. In the starting of the video I told you. So I have converted cot x into cos x upon sin x. Now I have taken the LCM x square sin x minus x cos x upon x square sin x. Now you can see it is previously you have done this question. Now again you separate the limit x tends to 0 sin x minus x cos of x upon x cubed multiplied by x upon sin x, limit x tends to 0 you have taken separately. Its value is 1, you can see. Now you are getting limit x tends to 0 sin x minus x cos x upon x cubed. Now you make direct substitution, you are getting 0 upon 0 form. So like this students, we have converted the given infinity minus infinity form into 0 upon 0 form. So you will also convert in the remaining question like this. Now you apply L'Hospital rule. Denominator and numerator separately you differentiate. So sin x differentiation cos x minus x, same differentiation of cos x minus sin x, so minus x sin x will come, plus cos x, same differentiation of x is 1, and denominator 3x square differentiation. Now simplify cos x plus x sin x minus cos x upon 3x square, cos x cancelled, x upon x sin x upon 3x square, 1x cancelled, 1 upon 3 before the limit x tends to 0 sin x upon x, its value again 1, you know very well. So you are getting 1 upon 3 into 1 equals 1 upon 3. So these were the questions from exercise 9th A. And you have seen students, so easy questions these were. And I have told you through the questions how to apply L'Hospital's rule. So remaining questions of this exercise you can do. And if you have any problem in solving the remaining questions, then you can ask. I will clear your doubts. So thank you and have a nice day.